എൻവയോൺമെൻറ്റൽ ബയോളജിയിലെ ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻസ് ആണ് ഈ വീഡിയോയിൽ നമ്മൾ ഡിസ്കസ് ചെയ്യാനായിട്ട് പോകുന്നത്. ഒന്നാമത്തെ ചോദ്യം, വിച്ച് ഓഫ് ദി ഫോളോയിങ് ഈസ് എ ക്യാരക്ടറിസ്റ്റിക് ഓഫ് ലെൻറ്റിക് ഫ്രഷ് വാട്ടർ habitat? Which of the following is a characteristic of lentic freshwater habitat? Option B, standing water. The deep water zone of a lake where light does not penetrate. The deep water zone of a lake where light does not penetrate is option C, profundal zone. Pneumatophores are a characteristic adaptation of plant in which habitat? Option B, wetland. The functional role or profession of a species within its ecosystem is The functional role or profession of a species within its ecosystem is option B, ecological niche. Which ecosystem has the highest net primary productivity? Which ecosystem has the highest net primary productivity? Option B, tropical rainforest. The pyramid of number is inverted in which type of ecosystem? The pyramid of number is inverted in which type of ecosystem? Option C, parasitic food chain on a single tree. A group of individuals of the same species living in a specific area is a group of individuals of same species living in a specific area is option B, population. The maximum number of individuals an environment can sustainably support is the maximum number of individuals an environmental can sustainably support is option B, carrying capacity. In a sigmoid growth curve, the final phase is option C, stationary. Primary succession occurs on bare rock is known as succession occurring on bare rock is known as option B, lithosphere. The stable final community that develops at the end of ecological succession is The stable final community that develops at the end of ecological succession is option C, climax community. An interaction where both species benefit is option B, mutualism. In commensalism, the relationship between two species is option B, one benefits, the other is unaffected. The relationship between an orchid growing on a mango tree branch is an example of option C, commensalism. Gauss's principle refers to option A, competitive exclusion. Which of the following is a sedimentary biogeochemical cycle? Option C, phosphorus cycle. The process of converting ammonia into nitrates by bacteria is nitrification. Biomagnification is most commonly associated with which type of pollutants? Option B, non-biodegradable chemicals like DDT. Eutrophication of water bodies is primarily caused by an excess of option B, nitrates and phosphates. Which gas is primary contributor to acid rain? Option B, sulfur dioxide. The ozone hole is most prominent over which region? Option B, Antarctica. Which chemicals are primarily responsible for ozone depletion? Option B, chlorofluorocarbons. The greenhouse effect is caused by the atmospheric absorption of option B, infrared radiation. El Nino involves the periodic warming of surface water in the Pacific Ocean. The main cause of global warming is the increase in atmospheric carbon dioxide. The headquarters of UNEP is located in United Nations Environment Program is located in Nairobi. The Red Data Book which lists endangered species is maintained by IUCN. The Man and Biosphere Program was launched by UNESCO. The first Earth Summit was held in The first Earth Summit was held in Rio de Janeiro. The CBD, Convention on Biological Diversity, was a major outcome of Earth Summit 1992. The Environmental Impact Assessment is a tool to the Environmental Impact Assessment EIA is a tool used to predict the environmental consequences of a proposed project. Which biome is characterized by permafrost? Option B, tundra. In an ecosystem, energy flow is always unidirectional. Minamata disease was caused by water pollution involving option B, mercury. The Kyoto Protocol is an international agreement aimed at reducing greenhouse gas emission. Nuclear winter is a predicted global climatic cooling following a large scale nuclear war. Lichens are well known biological indicators of air pollution. The term ecosystem was first coined by A.G. Tansley. Secondary succession occurs in areas where the previous community was destroyed. The transition zone between two different communities is called ecotone. എൻവയോൺമെൻറ്റൽ ബയോളജിയിൽ ഇത്രയും ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻസ് ആണ് നമ്മൾ കൊണ്ടുവന്നിട്ടുള്ളത്. ഇത്രയും ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻസ് ഒന്ന് വർക്കൗട്ട് ചെയ്ത് നോക്കുക. നിങ്ങൾക്ക് അറിയാത്തതുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ ഒന്ന് പഠിച്ചെടുക്കാനായിട്ട് ശ്രമിക്കുക. ഓക്കെ, താങ്ക് യു.